Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dana here. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Dana, and I'm a full-time reseller. I resell on eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, all the places online that you can think of to try and make money to feed my family. And I make YouTube videos about it to help people like you make more money online. I have some other things in the works, but right now I'm focusing on reselling. So just stay tuned for that. If you're interested in some of the investing kind of stuff, check the links down in the description. You could get a few free shares of stock if you sign up under one of those referral links. So, what is a big problem that faces most resellers? It's the death pile, right? And so I've been showing off in a few of my most recent videos me pulling orders and my kind of inventory system, which is all this stuff right here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and there's a little more over here, and there's a little more over there, and there's a little more over there. Some of that's personal storage as well. But anyways, it looks pretty clean, right? Kind of, maybe a little bit. Maybe some people say it looks really clean, some people maybe not. One of the bad things is I have mixed death pile in with listed inventory. And that's not good because it gets pushed out of the way, and once it's on a shelf, you go, hey, I'll deal with it later, right? So that's one of the things I've been doing is I'll deal with it later. And now I have decided, I don't have a New Year's resolution, I'm not doing one of those videos, but what I am doing is saying I'm gonna get through my death pile and figure out how much stuff on these shelves is actually unlisted. And my plan is to take this painter's tape and I'm gonna go shelf by shelf by shelf until I go through all of it. And I'm gonna put a piece of painter's tape on every single thing that is unlisted. And then I'm gonna work through it all until I get it all listed. So if I see a piece of painter's tape, I know I'm slacking. And if you see me in pulling videos in the future and they don't start dwindling down, then you need to call me out on it and say, why the hell is that blue painter's tape still there? List that freaking thing or deal with it. So I have a few things, right? So thing number one is list it, right? That's option number one with the blue tape is list it. Option number two is redonate it, right? So I may determine that I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I shouldn't have bought it. Maybe it came as part of a bundle deal or a package. I get a lot of that kind of stuff. Option three is just throw it away. There could be option four of save it for a yard sale, and I have done that in the past. I've saved stuff for a yard sale and 50-50 of whether or not it was worth it. I made about $300 that day that I did the last yard sale. But I also think if I went out sourcing, I probably could have made that same $300. So it probably would have been better worth my time to just donate it or trash it if it was something that I didn't want to sell and then go out sourcing looking for higher dollar stuff. So anyways, my plan is to just start this off and tell you guys, don't get buried by your death pile. And don't just put it away and get it out of the way and say, well, it's not really a death pile anymore because it's on a shelf, because that's kind of what I did, was I'll get to it later. You gotta list the inventory or go stop sourcing. Stop sourcing until you list your friggin' inventory.
Stop! Just stop! Stop!
Because then you'll get into a situation where you have no clue. I have a pretty good idea, but you have no clue really how much dollars you have potentially sitting in your death pile, garage, storage unit, spare bedroom, wherever you have your inventory listed. And that sucks, right? So I'm going to, like I said, set up the camera. Will show me taping and going through some things. Once I get that done, I will grab the camera and I'll kind of pan you through some of the things and show you what I've tagged. And then the goal is that that shouldn't take me too long today. And then I can start taking it in. I'm gonna do an IKEA bag at a time. So that's my plan, is I'm gonna fill up an IKEA bag, maybe two, and bring it inside and list it, and then bring it back out and put it back on a shelf with no blue painter's tape, right? So that's the plan. That will be the end of this video, is the update for I've listed X dollar amount so far, or I've listed X items so far, or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how I'll do it, but hopefully you like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other videos if you're interested in more reselling content. And again, down in the description, some of those referral links. If you want to support me, you don't have to give me money, right? I don't want your money, but invest in your own future, buy yourself some stocks, and start setting yourself up for the future. I feel like I'm shaking. It's 59 degrees in my garage right now, and I live in Arizona, and that's cold for Arizona. That might be like summertime for some of you guys. I don't know. Is 59 degrees cold? Tell me, what do you think? Anyways, let's do this. All right, so I'm back. Hopefully I was able to figure out speeding up that footage and show you some of that fun stuff. So I'm only at 14 minutes of recording, so that took me about 10 minutes to tag everything that I know off the top of my head is not listed currently. I did pretty well in some of the spots. So like over here on this one, everything is listed except this box right here, which is a bunch of little LOL surprise dolls. I've already pictured it. I was planning on doing an auction, and I just never did the draft and started the auction. So I've got to get that one listed. Everything else there. Anyways, what I told myself was I was only going to list gifty items that I could sell for Christmas, and I was going to let some of this other stuff sit until after Christmas. And so that's what I told myself, and that's what I'm doing. I let it sit through Christmas. Christmas is over, gifty time is over, people buying stuff for themselves is back. So I guess those could have been a gifty item. Those could have been a great Christmas item. I just didn't want to deal with it because I was listing toys like the Legos and stuff that I've been absolutely killing it in. But anyways, so I'm not going to go over each and every single item from here. Almost this entire rack is unlisted. All the Snow Village stuff is listed, but none of that is, none of that is, none of that is. Top shelf is all listed. Not listed. And this is a pretty cool thing. That should have been listed for Halloween. I actually got that before Halloween, but I didn't list it. Some electronics here. There was a printer. Everything else down this is listed. So this side was amazing. This is my first row of inventory that I ever had. And so this one is good. It has one printer. That's it. Everything else is listed. I've got two Betamaxes that I've had for over a year that I didn't list because I didn't want to test them. So two different ones, but I've got Betamax tapes now that I can actually test those with to see if they work. I've got a New Wave oven. This whole stack, none of that is listed. The pool filters that I got in a video a while back are not listed, and my Commodore 64 stuff. So I've got all the Commodore 64 things here and the Commodore 64 things here that are not listed. So anyways, that's what I'm working with in my death pile. Tell me, is yours bigger or smaller than my death pile? Let me know. I'm honestly, genuinely curious. So I am going to start grabbing IKEA bags, and I'm going to fill up I'm gonna probably fill up two with some of the easier stuff, I guess. And then I'm gonna have to make my decisions. So there's certain things like these here. So this one I believe was bad. It's an Xbox 360 that I need to either sell it for parts or scavenge, you know, parts off of it, like the hard drive, and sell the hard drive. Same thing on like this PS3. Oh, you know what? Did I semi-lie? Nope, it's not in there. Where is it? Oh, it's this box. I need to tag this box. This box has 3 PlayStations in it that are missing cords that I haven't tested. There's a red PlayStation right there, a red PS3. So I need to tag that too. There's another thing like this over here. I haven't gotten to it because it didn't have the power cord. So I bought it at the estate sale. It's like a $150 DVD player, but it was missing the power cord. And I was like, oh, I'll just order a power cord when I get home. And then I forgot. So anyways, I've got to make those decisions of what's the play. And so I may or may not have a pile of donations. I may or may not have some stuff go in the trash. But I'm going to start with listing because I want to make sales. As the main purpose of this is make sales, right? That's why we're doing this. I'm trying to make sales. I'm trying to motivate and inspire and teach you to go make some sales. So let's make some sales. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is about 4.5 hours since you've seen me last. It's a little bit warmer, so jacket is gone. It's now 63 in the garage, so not much warmer, but warm enough for me to feel okay to be out here. So just a quick update. Everything here is now listed except that lymph node thing because I'm not really sure what I'm doing with that yet. And that was going to take longer to figure out, but it's taking up a whole shelf. So I want to figure that out soon. But everything here is now officially listed. And everything here is listed except the records, the comics, and then the bottom shelf. So I didn't get any of that stuff, but everything else here is listed. I'll come back to that in a second. Over here, everything is now... I'm lying to you.
He's lying! He's lying! He's lying! He's lying! He's lying!
Let me clarify something. None of it is listed. Everything on that shelf is photoed, so I have drafts ready to go that I can go list over the next day. So tomorrow's going to be nothing but listing and a few more hours this afternoon until I pick my daughter up from school. So I said listed. I'm lying because I couldn't have listed it that fast, but I got it all pictured, cleaned, tested, all that fun stuff. Okay, let me show you again. Over here, everything is now pictured and ready to list except that and that, because those are going to take forever. Like, that's going to take a whole day to do just those 2 boxes. So that's why I don't want to do those yet. I did go and order the power cord for this one. I told you it was missing the power cord, so I've ordered the power cord. And I didn't do the Lego right here because there is 277 pieces in each one. And I didn't feel like counting them to verify that all 277 pieces were there yet. But got everything else off of here. So really, I've got about a day worth to do these 3 ones that are going to be pretty difficult over here. And then once that power cord comes in and I can test that, then we'll be done with this section. I didn't mess with this because I've got to test it and I've got to clean them, and that's the hoarder house stuff. Everything over here is still listed except the one printer because I didn't get to test it, and one printer right there. I didn't mess with any of this. I don't know if I showed you these guys earlier. I bought a mess, like a whole mess of shoes a while back. And so these are all brand new women's shoes. So we got like Liz Claiborne here, size, I think they were all like size 5. Yeah, size 5 and 5. Some are size 6. And this whole thing is full of them too. Like hundreds of them. And I listed a tote full of them. Like they're all, you know, brand new. I listed a tote. One of those totes over there is completely full of those. And I've sold one since I listed that whole tote. And it was kind of like, let me list this one tote full and we'll see how they do. It's just not a popular size. And they're all like average quality stuff that you would get at Kohl's or whatever. There's nothing wrong with them, but nobody wants to pay, you know, $10 plus shipping for a pair they could go get for $15 at Kohl's. So I'm like, I priced most of them at like $15 free shipping, and they haven't sold yet. So what do you think I should do with them? I am honestly debating just donating them. Speaking of donating them, let's come back to this.
So this was over there in the to be tested and listed pile. I tested it, and the thing doesn't go in unless you push it in. So
I decided, since it has to be pushed in, it's not worth having repaired, because it's going to probably cost me $15 to get it repaired. It's going to sell for like $30 plus shipping. So at that point, why bother? It's still fine for somebody to use. So I'm going to donate that. And then, you know, if whoever buys it will just have to push the tray in when they go to use it. But it had a remote with it. I only paid $3 for it with the remote. The remote is worth $15 plus shipping. So the remote sells all day long. So I will sell the remote. I will make all my money on the remote. Even though I donate that, I am still going to be in the profit. So just a great thing. So we'll clear up all that shelf space. We'll make money. That's going to go to Goodwill. The bin that I showed you that was right here, that was all full of the breakers and stuff. I went through them, and I had sold a few that were still in clamshells, the little plastic thing, to keep them good. And I was looking at a few of these, and they were like, they're starting to rust on there from being just in here so long. I'm just going to throw those all away. So that clears up that pile. So again, I'm feeling pretty good about what I got accomplished. I think I dug out fairly well from, you know, the part of the death pile that I had going on here. So tell me about, again, your death pile situations. Give me your thoughts on what I should do with all of those shoes. And tell me, did you like the video? The best way to tell me if you liked the video is by hitting the like button and leaving a comment. I hope you've subscribed and all that already, but even if you don't, hit the like button and leave a comment. It means the world to me, because that helps YouTube potentially show my videos to other people. And yeah, I'm gonna have another couple days of dealing with all this stuff before I'm completely done. But hopefully I've motivated you to get through your death pile. Hopefully I've motivated me to not build one again. And let's have a great day. Happy sales. Peace.